Good morning to some of you guys, and good evening to some of you guys, and good night to some of you guys. Right now, I consider it evening. Hey, I don't know if y'all can hear this playlist or not, but I'm on Spotify again, and it's just a Friday playlist, and I'm kind of feeling it. But it's 6:40 a.m. here. I work midnights, so it may be morning for you guys, but it's nighttime for me. So don't judge me, because I'm on a different sleep pattern than you are. This is my night. This is your morning. So, got my hair hanging, my hair down, feeling good. So I want to kind of, each video I like to kind of pick up from the last video. Like I said, I don't rehearse these. I'm not a professional speaker, and I don't rehearse. Like I said, I don't rehearse these and then come back and watch the video and jot things down and record a video. I just don't have that much time on my hand. So therefore, my videos, just a moment, I'm going to take this retainer out so I can talk better. Okay, yeah, as you can see, I have on my night clothes, my PJs. So, I'm not a professional. These videos are freestyles, and I do rewatch my videos, and if I make a mistake, then I'll try to put it in, correct myself in the comments. I'm on my son's time, waiting on him to edit my videos, because I know I could put something across the screen and correct myself if I say something wrong, but I don't know how to do that. So like I said, I'm on my son's time. Whenever he's ready to do that for me, then I'll greatly appreciate it. But as of now, I'm just going to talk about the things that I kind of may have confused someone on or gave misinformation. And if you guys don't know, tune in. If you're just tuning in to this YouTube video, I have other videos. This is a playlist, and I would advise you to watch the other videos that I've uploaded. Please subscribe. I have 6 subscribers. Hey, I have 6 subscribers. Hey. And the only reason I'm this happy, some people are like, okay, 6 subscribers and you want a cookie? Yes, I do want a cookie, because guess what? 6 people are interested in this program, and I can help those 6 people. So most people be turned up about 1,000, 10,000. I'm turned about 6. So, hi subscribers, thanks for subscribing. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, dislike, leave a comment, leave a question, all of that good stuff. So this is the LPN-RN Excelsior Nursing Credit by Exam information. I have finished the theory portion of the program, and now I'm on a waiting list for the CPNE, which is the clinical part. So the first thing I want to clear up is the classes. I said that if you were a newly nursed, then one of the classes in phase 1 is waived. So, clarification. If you have been an LPN, LVN for 5 years or less, then health differences is waived. So, in phase 1, you would only have to take 3 classes. If you have been a nurse for longer than 5 years, then you have to take 4 classes. I want to clear that up. And then I'm going to clear up the cost of the classes. So what I did was I called Excelsior and I asked them to email receipts so I can see how much I paid for my classes. As I said before, I don't like to kind of half-step when I'm trying to help someone. And I feel like if I'm going to help someone, then I need to do as much research and put as much valid information on these videos as possible. So I would tell you the cost of each class, basically the total of the program in this video as of 2017. Now the class, 2016, early 2017. So the cost may change, so that's why I want to clarify the dates of each class and how much I paid. I'm going to go over the prereqs again, just the ones that you need to apply for the program, and the nursing theory portion that you would take. So, and then my next video, I'll talk about the legal claims. So real quick, the prereqs you need to qualify for the nursing program at Excelsior is sociology, lifespan, anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, college level math, and English. So that's 1, English, 2, lifespan, 3, sociology, 4, anatomy and physiology 1 and 2. So that might be 5 classes. Some schools offer them together. And 6, college level math. So those are the prereqs that you need. 7 classes, including microbiology. English, lifespan, sociology, anatomy and physiology, microbiology, and college level math. My microbiology did not have a lab. So those are the prereqs you need. So once you completed those prereqs, then we have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, and then the clinical for the this is the theory portion and the clinical. So phase 1, these are the nursing classes that you have to take once you've taken your prereqs, and you can take them at a community college, or you can take your prereqs online with Excelsior, whichever you prefer. If you want my advice, I would say take your prereqs at a community college and then go from there. So you took your prereqs, so now you're signed up for the nursing program, and these are the classes that you have to take whether you test out or not. And when I say test out, I mean credit by exam. You study, you go take the exam at a testing site, and you test out of that. Now, you can do online with the nursing program with Excelsior. You can do half and half, online and credit by exam where you test out, or you can do just credit by exam where you test out of all of them, in which that's what I did. I did credit by exam, and I taught myself and tested out of all of them. And when you take that route, the CPNE, not the CPNE, the credit by exam, when you take that route, there's no online. I mean, you can go online and look up some research and call the school, and you know, they offer support and help because they do want you to graduate. So you can get some help online, but it's not like it's not an online class. You're responsible for getting the books that you need. I got my books from Craigslist and Amazon. I rented them. I always rent my books if I can buy them cheap. So you're going online, and you're responsible for your books. They send you you can print off a outline of everything you need to know in order to pass an exam, and you are your own instructor and your student. It's very, very difficult. It can be done, but it's not a walk in the park. You have to be motivated, self-orientated, to have good time management and so forth. So the theory portion, the phase 1 is transition to a professional nurse, health, safety, foundations in nursing practice, and health differences. And the health differences is the class that will be waived if you have been a nurse for 5 years or less. If you have been a nurse for more than 5 years, then you have to take health differences, and that's in phase 1. Phase 2, reproduction health, health differences across lifespan, and that's broken up in 3 classes, lifespan 1, 2, and 3. So that's 4 classes in phase 2. Phase 3 is the FCCA, Focused Clinical Competency Assessment, and it's broken up into 2 classes, head-to-toe assessments and nursing process. And these 2 classes, the phase 1 and phase 2 is go at your own pace, test when you're ready. The phase 3, the FCCA, is 8-week classes. So it doesn't take 8 weeks to complete the class. I completed each class in 2 days. It could have been done in 1 day. So even if you got done in 1 day, you still have to wait the 8 weeks to take the second class. So it's if you take head-to-toe assessment, you have to wait 8 weeks to take the nursing process. And you can take the nursing process first or the head-to-toe assessment first, whichever one you prefer. But you do have to wait 8 weeks to take the next class. Okay? Phase 4 is the CPNE, which is the Clinical Performance and Nursing Examination, the clinical portion. And it's a pass-fail. And you have, like I said, with this program, you can go at your own pace. It is an annually fee of $495 as of now, 2017. If you go over a year to complete this program. And when I look at my receipt, it says annually. So I'm assuming that's every year it takes you. If it takes you 2 years, that's $1,000. If it takes you 3 years, it's $1,500. You can do a payment plan, pay that with the payment plan. If you don't agree with it, you can I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but you can dispute it. You can call them and let them know you don't agree with it, and or what may have caused you to go over. I don't know if they sympathize. I didn't go through it, even though I should, but I didn't. And so I had to pay the $495, and that's an annually fee. So with that being said, you have 7 years to complete the program. And if you don't complete the program, then they will deregister you from the program if you have not completed it in 7 years. Each of these classes, you have to get a C or better in order to pass. So once you go to your, once you've completed your FCCA portion, then, like I said, we're into the CPNE, the clinical portion. And those testing sites where you can go, I'm in Michigan. They don't have any testing sites in Michigan. And they want you to pick at least 3 testing sites, because you have to travel to go take your CPNE unless you're already in one of these states that I will mention. And they want you to pick at least 3 testing centers so it can minimize your wait time on the waiting list. Right now, the waiting list is 7 months to 12 months. 7 to 12 months. I've been on a waiting list for 3 months. So it's 13 testing sites: Tallahassee, Florida; Albany, New York; New Hartford, Utica, New York; Glens Falls, New York; Flushing, New York; Middletown, New York; Syracuse, New York; Alice, Texas; Lubbock, Texas; Summit, Wisconsin; Chambersburg, Pennsylvania; Savannah, Georgia. And some of you guys that may be watching this video are probably wondering, why didn't she list the other Georgia locations? That's because it was 4 locations in Atlanta, Georgia that did not renew their contract because they want to focus on their RN BSN. I'm talking fast because I'm trying to make this video not so long, and a lot of the stuff I have already talked about and you can see in my other videos. Okay, so I'll now tell you the cost of the classes. Just a moment till, hey, there we go. just a laptop you can fold. So I will tell you, first let me tell you that for your CPNE, there are documentations that you have to send in order to complete your application. There's an application process. Once you completed the FCCA program, which is the head to toe assessment, and the nursing process, once you completed those 8 weeks classes, then you can submit your documentation so that you can get on a waiting list for the clinical and the CPNE clinical, which is out of state unless you live in one of those states that I mentioned. So you can get these documents ready now. So once you're done, you have that stuff, you put it in a little folder or whatnot, file it away. So once you're done with the FCCA portion, you can immediately go ahead and you can scan those documents and send them or mail them, however you want to do it. But go ahead, don't wait. You'll have to get a background check, a confidentiality statement. That's something they'll have online that you have to read through and sign. Health status report, CPR certification, a passport photo, infection module complete. That's something you'll read online and you'll sign. TB on health status form, and a tetanus on health status form. So the health status form, you will take it to your doctor and have them fill it out. So that's all you need for these are the expected documents that must be received in order for you to go on the waiting list. You can be on a cancellation list, and then it has a space here for you where you would put the amount of time you need for travel in case of someone cancels and you're ready. And then you'll have to put a date in here. It says date you are ready to take the CPNE, and based on the date that you put in there, your exam, your scheduled exam will be based on the date that you put in here. So I had put November 1st, 2017. So you wouldn't expect a date until after the date that you said you would be ready. And I'll show you since I have it up. If you can see, so CPNE, Excelsior, and it just tell you, like, you put the date that you'll be ready, and then you tell them how long you need. You see, I'm impatient. I'm like, just give me a week. And then these are the testing sites, and you would click on each testing site that you're willing to go to. And then these are the documentations that they need. And you guys can see when I submitted them, and that's when I went on the waiting list. And then at the bottom, it tells you little codes, accepted or rejected. It'll tell you in here, in this column, if they need something else. So that's that. Now, I'll tell you how much the classes cost, okay? So, and I'll tell you which ones I had to repeat. Okay, so I took my first exam on February, because I was confused about the dates, February the 22nd, 2016. I took my last exam April 27th, 2017. So I said 14 months, right? It took me 14 months. If I know what I know today, it would have took me 7 months to complete the classes, each class, and then I would have did the 8-week FCCA classes. So that's 2 months. So I would have been done with the theory portion in 9 months, and then I would have been on a waiting list for the CPNE. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I was 5 months off course. Remember, I failed 3 classes. I think it was 3 classes. So I had to wait. If you fail an exam, you have to wait 2 months to retake it, which gets you closer to that annual fee. But anyway, so I got set back 6 months. So I would have been done sooner. So that's not bad. 5 months off of my goal. Things happen. So, okay. Mouth is a little dry. Oh, that smells so good. One more sip. Don't judge me now. Okay, so the phase 1 classes, which are transition to professional nurse, health and safety, foundation in nursing practice, and I was a new nurse, so I didn't have to take health differences. So health and safety, it's for this phase 1, the classes are $345 per class. So do the math. If you have to take 3 or 4 classes, it's $345 each. Now, remember I was like, it was $410, so maybe, because I said it was $395 or something in my last video. And I'm like, I remember paying $410, so maybe the sit-in fee, the testing site cost was $15. That didn't really make sense. So that's what urged me to like really get the receipt. So that tells me that when I went to test at the testing site, it was $65. So you have to pay for your class, and you also have to pay an additional fee for the testing site that you pay to the testing site, not Excelsior. You get me? Okay. So health and safety is the class that I said, if you know health and safety, you know health and safety. Health and safety is not going to change. I mean, they may have some new things, but for the most part, safety is not going to change. So I went and I tested for safety without studying, and I passed it. All my classes I passed with a C. Like I said, even if I felt like I should have gotten an A, I only got a C. 100 and something question is like sitting for the NCLEX. You get like 3 hours to take the test. Okay? So I can see the only class that I failed in that phase was transition to a professional nurse. And that's because I didn't study for that. I got a little cocky, and I just looked over that because I took a similar class like that in the LPN program. So, but it's a lot of the same stuff as far as terms. So I got an A in the LPN program, but so of course I got a C. First I failed it, then I had to retake it, and I got a C. So that's that. Now in phase 2, reproduction health and health differences across lifespan 1, 2, and 3. Those classes were $355 each. Then I had to pay $60 to $65 for the sitting fee to go to the facility and test. Now you guys are probably talking about facility, what are you talking about? You study at home. Once you feel like you've studied and you know the material and you're ready to go and test out of the class, then you have to Google testing sites near you, and it was a lot near me, so you won't have a problem looking for a testing site. It's about finding a comfortable testing site. And like I said, when you go summer, winter, fall, spring, whatever season it is, I don't care, wear layers, because you can always take layers off. You can't put layers on. Make sure you're comfortable. So you have to go to a testing site and take those exams. They're not trusting you to take the test at home, even though that takes me back to the FCCA 8-week classes, the head to toe assessment and the nursing process. Those classes, you will take an exam at home. It's like 75 questions for each, and you'll take exam, and after that 8 weeks, that following Monday, you'll know what your grade was. And no, not a grade, it's either pass or fail. They don't tell you a grade. And the same with these nursing theory classes. You don't get a percentage, so you don't know how close you were to a B, how close you were to an A. It's just a set grade, A, B, C, or fail. Okay, so D or fail, but you need a C to pass. So in phase 2, the classes are $355, and then you pay the $65 sitting fee. So in this portion, I failed lifespan 1, and that's the one I said I just knew I was going to do great in, and I just felt so confident about it. You can ask me anything. It had to do with the heart and everything, and I failed that. And I failed reproductive health, and you know that's with the woman's body, having a baby and all that stuff, the male. So I failed those 2, and I had to retake those and pay another $355 plus the sitting fee. And then I talked about it in my last videos. I'll mention it again. Another class you have to take is information literacy, and that's when I was telling you it's a BS class. I'll say it's a bullshit class. It's basically just you navigating through the computer, the websites, Google, just making sure you can use a computer. And I said before, if you have a degree or you can prove that you've already taken a computer class, there's no way. I'm looking at this light. The battery must be dying because it had a little light to brighten it up, but it's dimming down. But anyway, if you can prove that you already have taken a computer class, and you shouldn't have to be subjected to take this class. And you only can take this class through Excelsior. And guess how much the class is? Sit down. Have a seat. Have a seat. $510 to make sure you know how to use a computer. Just get mad about it now, so you don't have to be mad later. Anywho, so that's that. Now, so phase 3 is the FCCA. Now, those classes were $190 each. So, what's that? $380 for the 2 classes. I don't know how, but I failed head-to-toe assessment. Remember I said it's so easy, you can get done in one day? I failed it. I had to retake it. So that was another $190. And the CPNE, the clinical portion, cost $2,295. If you have it's a payment plan with that, and I'll tell you the payment plan real quick. For the CPNE, you have 3 options. You can pay in full using a credit card, or for a $25 setup fee, you can make 2 to 6 equal payments. For $40, you can make 7 to 12 equal payments. And if you if they send you a date and you accept the date, and you have to make sure that your balance is paid off 30 days before your testing site date. So if you test January the 30th, you have to make sure your balance is 0 December the 30th. If you cancel, your balance has to be paid in full within 2 business days. So now remember that annual fee, the $495? Well, guess what? If you have a late payment, it's a $55 late payment fee. Now, I didn't know that. I just got my receipts and I looked at this. I have my payments coming directly off my credit card, and it's been coming off my credit cards. So I don't understand how I don't understand how it can be late and then you get it 1 month, but it's late the next month. It's coming off my credit card, so I have to call them about that. Also, for these theory classes, they do have practice exams. I paid for one. When I failed lifespan 1, I did pay the $75 for the practice exam. I'm like, okay, what am I doing different? What's on these practice exams? Let me see if it'll help me or whatnot. So I paid $75. So for each class, there's an option where you can take a practice exam. It costs $75. So all these classes and fees and everything are already adding up. So I didn't really want to pay $75 to, you know, test for all of these. So I didn't, but I did for that one. I went back, I passed it. I would have passed it rather I took the practice exam or not, in my opinion. So anyway, that's the prereqs, the theory classes, the FCC, the clinical, everything you need to know, the cost. And if you have any questions, please leave your questions in the comments. I get a notification directly to my phone if someone has a question. And like, dislike, subscribe. And I'm going to end this one, and I'm going to talk about the legal claims that's going on with Excelsior. And then I'll talk about these things behind me if I don't have trouble uploading my video to YouTube, because that's where I usually spend the most time, trying to upload my video to YouTube. So hopefully it goes fast and I can get right to it. And if not, then I'm only doing one more video today, and I'll do more this weekend. So thank you for tuning in, and look at the other videos, subscribe, like, dislike, leave a comment, leave a question. Like I said, you guys are motivating me. My 6 subscribers are motivating me to do these videos. Put a video out at least once a week. And I'm helping you guys. That's my goal. But I also want to help myself. And you guys play a part in me helping myself. And staying on top of studying, because it's easy to fall off. I don't own any rights to this music. Excelsior, I'm not affiliated with Excelsior any kind of way other than being a student. And that's that. You guys have a wonderful Friday. Wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm feeling this playlist. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wow.